today I'm going to show you how to make a non-medical face mask. I'm a care worker and we've been issued with these face masks. As you can see, they are actually very fine material. There's 2 layers of very fine material here. It's actually called melt blown fabric. So it's a non-woven fabric that has lots of fibres going all different ways, and that helps stop some of the smaller particles. And on the sides here it's got some elastic. It's not actually elastic, it's kind of like a woven stretchy cord. It's very soft. So I'll show you how to make something as close to this as we can, that with stuff you hopefully you'll have at home. Now for the elastic, you can use standard elastic. Obviously the thinner the better. If you haven't got any elastic, there's always this option. Now you have these in your clothes and for hanging them up. Now I've just cut a few out, and I'm sure you could probably find a few jumpers at home where you could cut some of these out for this project. And that was the elastic I'm actually using. It's from Hobbycraft. I don't know if they're still open online, but it was £2.29 and I got quite a bit in there. 5 meters is in there, but it'd be best if you could get some thinner if possible. Now the fabric I'm using is a standard woven fabric. It is from a pack of Fat Quarters, so it's standard quilting cotton, and I'll show you the measurements. It is 8 inches wide by 7 inches deep. So that's what you need to start with. I just cut a whole load out in one go just to make it easier. And then your elastic is 7 inches long. And I find that this mask fits me really well. Now I've done it single layer because if it's double, it can be really difficult to breathe through. And what you don't want to do is breathe around the outsides of the mask. You want the breath to go through the mask. Now, if you've got like a 180 thread count, that's great. If it's too high a thread count, it will obviously be hard to breathe through and you'll go round the sides. If it's a lot lower thread count, you can do this double. I've done this like this, so you've got a fold over on each side, which cleverly goes underneath the chin, stopping any air from escaping, and it also tucks well over the nose and then sort of pulls in at the sides like that. So that works really well. And we're also going to make a homemade filter to go in your mask. So you just open your mask up. I'll show you how to make the filter. You push it into the corners. And there you go, you have a homemade mask with a filter material liner. So okay, I'm going to show you how to make this today. So cut all your fabric ready to size and your elastic or ribbon, anything that you're using. So I just need to cut another piece of elastic. Okay, so that was 7 inches. So I've got a few pieces ready made here just to start sewing. So to start with, we're going to turn our fabric over and just iron all the way around the outside. Fold it over once and then fold it over twice. So you've got a nice edge. And we're going to do that all the way around the fabric. Just folding over a very small amount. And then I'm just going to fold down again. And I'm going to do this all the way around. I'll do the opposite sides first. Now I'm making this for my face size and my daughter's. But if you have a really large male that you're making it for, you can add an inch on the elastic size and on the fabric depth. or length rather than the width. You won't probably need it on the width. And I suppose if you're doing a child, you could take off 1/2 inch all round and the elastic. Okay, now the reason why we're making it in this cotton material, because there is such a shortage right now of the melt blown fabric. But this is one way of having a mask that will filter smaller particles, and but it isn't medical grade. Okay, so now we've done that, we're going to go and stitch, turn them both over, all the way around the outside along the edge, all the way around the outside. Okay, so when I started, I went back and forth at the end just to secure the stitching. And then we're just going to go all the way around the outside, quite close to the edge, but just like that. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to turn that around. Just pop the needle down. And then we'll go down the other side. Again, just down the edge. And then come down to the end and just go back again, back and forth at the end. Okay, so I've stitched all the way around the edge. I'm just going to trim off any little bits. Now that's sewn all the way around the outside, I'm going to show you how to fold it. So first of all, fold the top down. You want to fold that down 1 inch. Okay, we fold that down and iron it. And then we're going to turn it round and do the same to the top. We're going to fold that down 1 inch and iron it. This will give the area to tuck under your chin and over your nose. Then we're going to just take the middle bit, or just below the middle, and we're going to fold it over itself. So we've got a crease in the middle. I'll try and show you from the side. So we've took this section over and done a little tuck like that. So then we fold that in. Try and get it as level as you can. And then we're going to press that. There we go. So if I bring it up close, can you see what we've done there? We've folded that in, we've folded the bottom one in, and then we've just folded that over there all the way down and ironed it. Then we get our elastic and we're going to pin this in place. I've got some little clips for mine. So we just pop just in the end there and we're going to clip it in place. We're going to do the same with the other end and we're going to clip that in place. And we'll do the same with the other end. Just pop the elastic in, pin it in place. Okay, now we're going to take this to sewing machine. Now we want to make sure that's in place there. You can put another clip or pin on that if you'd like. I haven't got any more clips, so I'm just going to hold it as I sew and I'll bring you over to the machine. I'm just going to carefully take the clip out, and first of all I'm going to do a buttonhole on just to hold this elastic in place. If you haven't got a buttonhole setting on your machine, you can just do like a closed zigzag or just stitch back and forth a bit. Okay, now I'm going to just stitch down along here and just go back and forth at the end. Took my other clip off. I'm holding my elastic in place. Go back and forth at the end, and then I'm just going to move it over into the middle of the elastic and do a buttonhole again. Well, it's not a buttonhole, it's actually just a button stitching on stitch. If not, you can just go back and forth over the elastic to make sure you've really held that securely in place. And I'll do the other side. Oh, let's get that elastic back in place. So I'll show you on this side. You can just go back and forth over your elastic. And then holding all this together. Also going to do a little button stitch on the elastic. There we go, because these do have to go through the machine quite a bit, and they need to be washed at 60. So there, you use them once, you then, if you've gone to the shops or wherever you've needed to use it, then go home, take it off, wash it on a 60 wash before using it again. So you need to make a few of these so you can wash some and wear some. Okay, just trim off all your little bits of cotton. And there you go, that's how it's looking. And then the flaps open up to go over your nose and under your chin, and to also hold your filter. So here's your finished mask. Just to pop it on, you open it up and pop that over your nose, and that bit goes under your chin. There we go. So for the filters, you can buy them online, but obviously right now no one can get hold of any. So the best way to make them yourself is from kitchen roll or toilet roll. With kitchen roll, you need to measure 6 inches by 4 inches. Just fold a whole load of them up and then cut them all out together, so you've got a little stack of them you can pop in a bag for when you need them. Now, all you need to do is open up your mask and then push them into the corners. And this size obviously fits this mask. And there you go, you've got a little filter inside your mask. And because this is a non-woven filter, the fibres do cross over and make it slightly harder for any viruses to come through. But remember, these are not medical masks, but this is close as you're going to get right now anyway. So there you go, and that goes over your nose, over your chin, and there we are, one mask. You can put all your filters in together and then just put all the masks in a pile ready to use, or in a clean bag. Make sure you've washed your hands thoroughly before handling your filters. So there you go, that's how to make a mask out of normal cotton and paper towel. If you haven't got any kitchen towel, you can use little squares of toilet paper. There you go. And as you can see, they're a non-woven material. So this houses some of the smaller airborne particles. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial. Stay safe and give me a thumbs up if you liked my video, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.